Olympic Plaza, the future of it, is going to be a great place to enjoy spring and summer-like days like we had over the weekend.
Yeah, what a weekend, right? And many communities, there were, I believe, 7 communities that were record-breaking with regards to warmth this weekend. We're not going to be as warm as we were for these past couple of days, but we will maintain quite a bit of the warmth over these coming days, but a little less stable. Speaking of which, we talked about the cloud cover rolling in for Monday. We talked about the chance of a late day shower. That is a possibility as we head through these next few hours. 16 degrees is the temperature right now. It's been a little windy. Downtown, the base temperature is 17 degrees. Tazaw Park at 16. Big Four Motors' massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at big4motors.com. Okay, when we look at those next 24 hours, it will get gusty up to 40 kilometers per hour for these next couple of hours. Quiet overnight. We have the chance of a sprinkle tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and it will be a little windier tomorrow with cooler temperatures. So just 12 is our high. More details coming up, Cam.
Thank you very much, Danielle. Still to come. Let's bring in Danielle once again. We had a fantastic weekend. So what does the rest of this week hold in store?
Yeah, in many areas we probably won't get quite as high as we got on the weekend, but we'll get close later. So just, you know, for the next couple of days, don't expect it to be quite as warm. And we'll get even gustier over these next 24 hours. So you can see the camera bouncing around a little bit as the winds start to pick up here in Calgary. So we were looking at gusts around 30 kilometers per hour this afternoon, but now we're picking up to around that 40 mark. You can see the clouds have moved in as well. We do have the potential for some isolated sprinkles here and there, some of that evaporating before it even gets to the ground, which helps make things a little gustier, but we're not looking at anything huge. We are just looking at a couple raindrops certainly possible. 16 degrees is the temperature right now. We did get to 18 degrees for today. It's 11 right now in Banff and 17 in Lethbridge, Milk River. But check out Medicine Hat right now, sitting at 23 degrees. Brooks and through Drumheller got into the 20s today as well. So it certainly has been a hot one considering the time of year. Okay, 54 kilometers per hour. Those today's maximum wind gusts. 56 for Lethbridge and 63 in Medicine Hat. Medicine Hat, you'll be just as gusty tomorrow. This area, this corridor, Pincher Creek, Crozes Pass over to Lethbridge, will likely pick up to 70 kilometer per hour gusts tomorrow. And Calgary will get up to about 50 kilometer per hour gusts tomorrow. All right, when we talk about what's happening with regards to precipitation, you can see these pockets. We basically have a consistent moisture feed from the west. We also have that instability. So what we're going to get are a couple fairly weak systems that are going to develop over the next 2 days, and that's going to give us the potential for that instability, those pop-up showers here and there. I'll give you an idea of timeline in just a second here, but this is really the story over the next couple of days, so it won't be an all-day event by any means. We are looking at cloud cover, we are looking at gusty conditions, and then the chance of a sprinkle as well. Okay, so when we look at this evening, yes, we have the chance of a couple raindrops through, I would say, the next couple of hours, and then that chance dies out. Tomorrow, basically between 11 a.m. and 3 in the afternoon, we have the chance of getting a little bit of rain here in Calgary. Again, it will be short-lived, but it could be a decent burst when we get it. And then this is a look at late day Wednesday. So closer to those supper hours because of the instability, we get into that pattern of fairly nice during the day, but then we get the pop-up showers and potential non-severe thunderstorms later in the day on Wednesday. So that gives you this for the 5-day forecast. Today's high, again, to put this in perspective, 18 degrees. Tomorrow you're looking at 12. So still some warm, still above normal, but just not quite as warm as what we had on the weekend and today. Gusty tomorrow again, and then the chance of that midday shower. Wednesday, we have the chance of a late day shower, maybe even a non-severe thunderstorm, so it may come with a little bit of lightning. 14 degrees, and then we climb to 16 for Thursday and 17 for Friday. The weekend at this point looks quite unstable and rainy. I'll have more details on that as we get closer to the weekend.
Not quite as warm as we saw on the weekend, but above seasonal.
Yeah, we'll remain above seasonal for the work week. Our weekend coming up doesn't look so warm, but for the work week anyway. And today we got up to 18 degrees. We're sitting at 16 right now. Normal is 10, so we will be above that for the next few at least. Okay, 12 degrees for tomorrow. Small chance of a sprinkle between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and then a chance of a late day shower on Wednesday. By then a high of 14, and then we rise up to about 16 degrees by Thursday. Cam?
Thank you very much, Danielle.
Let's bring Danielle back in as we look ahead to our 5-day forecast. How's our week shaping up?
Pretty good. I mean, when you compare it to the weekend that we had with pretty much everybody outdoors enjoying at least some of it, it may not be quite as toasty for the next few days, but you know, this is spring where we have a little bit of ups and downs, but even the downs for these next couple of days, we'll have a little bit of instability. But temperatures won't be as warm, but will still remain above normal for this entire work week. Check this out, 21 degrees in Medicine Hat. It's 18 now in Brooks, but Drumheller and Brooks, Medicine Hat all got into the 20s today. Lethbridge at this point sitting at 17, but earlier did get into the 20s today as well. We got to 18 in Calgary, and now we're sitting at 15. So really nice evening for us. Yes, there's some cloud cover. Yes, it's a little windy. It's not as perfect, you could say, as the weekend, but still a nice evening to head out. You just may have to contend with a couple isolated raindrops. Before we get into the whole forecast, let's talk wind for a second, because 35 kilometers per hour is the maximum wind gust so far today in Calgary. We may pick up to 40, but tomorrow we'll pick up to 50 kilometer per hour gusts. Pincher Creek to Lethbridge in those mid-50s for today. Tomorrow we're looking at 70 kilometer per hour gusts for this corridor here, and Medicine Hat will likely get those gusts in the 60s once again for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a windier day. Basically what we're looking at is a couple systems that will start to develop over Alberta because we have this huge push of instability and moisture from the west. So we're going to get system after system developing over these next couple of days. They will be relatively weak, but still creating that bit of instability. So showers are possible here and there, and also we won't get as warm. So basically to look over the next 2 days and this evening. This evening, again, we could see a little sprinkle in Calgary over these next couple of hours, and then that chance dies out. Tomorrow, our best chance of any sort of showers are from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. where we could see some isolated pockets may also be heavy as well, especially up the QE2. Then I'm going to fast forward this so you can look at what's the story for Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, stable throughout much of the day, but we are looking at the potential of those isolated pop-up late day showers closer to the supper hours, and even some non-severe thunderstorms possible. So maybe a little lightning associated with it by late day Wednesday. Temperature tomorrow for a daytime high 12, so about 6 degrees cooler than today, a little windier, and the wind will be coming out of the northwest tomorrow rather than the southwest, so it's a bit of a chillier wind as well. 14 degrees for Wednesday with that chance of a late day shower. Then we rise up to 16 for Thursday and 17 by Friday. At this point, our weekend is looking cooler and rainy and maybe even some wet snow Saturday night, but that's a bit of a ways away. I'll keep you posted as we get closer to the weekend, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
Manitoba, before restoring this second machine to its former glory. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
It's kind of cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And loud, apparently.
Yes. Okay, well, anyone who has kids has probably at some point told the eldest, you're the firstborn, so that means you have to help out with the younger siblings.
Yes. That wasn't what I was thinking.
You weren't expecting that one, were you? I didn't say the eldest human child. This is Dusty. Dusty takes his duties as older brother very seriously. Dusty's 11, and he has actually helped raise 5 kids and counting. So this is, I mean, this is old hat for Dusty. He's like, Dad, just leave the baby.
I needed a Dusty.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah. That's sweet.
That's pretty good. Well, we all know the saying, if you build it, they will come, and this man proves it.
What is it doing?
All right. This is the inventor of the Hum Viewer. It's a mask that brings all the hummingbirds to your yard. It's headwear, basically. It's got 3 feeders attached to it. So you can sit inside and just watch the bouquet of birds as they come up close and take a sip.
Oh, I see. So he wants to just watch.
He wants, yes, and he wants to see the hummingbirds up close, so he can just sit there and they'll come to him.
Okay.
It's kind of cool, actually. Hummingbirds are so cool.
They are so cool.
I'd wear that. Well, the whole point of diving is to get up close and personal with sea life, and this was even better than they were expecting. Okay, so these are divers in French Polynesia. They were watching a sleeping whale from a distance when it suddenly breached the water while surfacing. They thought that was pretty cool, but it got even better. It swam straight toward them and then just zoomed right underneath them and kept going.
Who are all these underwater explorers that aren't afraid of anything? That's impressive, but no thank you.
You'd have been swimming back to the boat?
Yeah, I wouldn't have jumped in the water in the first place. But, you know, that's pretty incredible.
That would be pretty close to get, cool to get that close, though. Yeah. So the your Skywatch weather camera bouncing around a little bit. You know, it's a little breezy out there, but tomorrow will be even windier and a little less warm, but still very nice. It's spring. It's going to feel like it for the entire work week. Even the weekend will feel like it, just, you know, a colder spring day by then. 15 degrees is that current temperature. 18 was our high. The record, 22.2 for this day. So we didn't break a record or anything, but it sure was nice out there today, and it sure was nice out there on the weekend. And as you can see, the warmer temperatures are all off in the west for now, so we're enjoying that. And temperatures were in the 20s and through Medicine Hat, Lethbridge, Brooks today, as you can see right here. Drumheller still holding on to the 20-degree mark. Medicine Hat 21. Lethbridge now at 17, and we're down to 15 at this point, 8 in Banff. Okay, when we look at what's happening, we do have a good push of moisture and instability from the west. So this means a little bit of instability as we go. We'll get a little windier too. So Fernie will likely see a rain-snow mix tomorrow. Kelowna, Salmon Arm will see some showers from this. Rocky Mountain House and down the foothills, likely looking at some showers as well for tomorrow. Fort McMurray will get a little burst. Coronation has the chance of a late day thunderstorm. Banff, townsite Banff, mainly just rain, but maybe a couple wet snowflakes mixed in with that. Drumheller showers, Calgary showers, especially between 11 a.m. and 3 in the afternoon. And Pincher Creek over to Lethbridge, 70 km/h gusts possible for tomorrow, 60 for Medicine Hat. For us here in Calgary, 50. So a little bit of instability. It won't be all day instability, but don't be surprised to see some midday showers out there tomorrow with a high of 12 in Calgary, 14 for Wednesday. As you fast forward to the weekend, it does look cool, and by that point, likely quite rainy as well. Tara? Thank you, Danielle. They were killed by a suspected drunk driver in late August. Meredith shared photos from her hospital bed with all 3 children, with a caption reading in part, "I can't wait to give you the best life, my special boy, forever." Oh, that's very touching.
So sad.
Yeah. So we have a lovely week ahead weather-wise.
We do, and some instability here and there is certainly possible. You know, spring showers that they say, right? So between 11 a.m. tomorrow and 3 p.m. is when we get into a decent chance of some isolated showers. It will be gusty tomorrow, 50 km/h. That will be a cold wind out of the northwest. We'll only get up to 12 degrees because of that. Wednesday, late day showers closer to the supper time hours possible. 14 degrees, maybe even a non-severe thunderstorm. We've already had our first one last week, so it wouldn't be surprising to get one. Late day Wednesday, 16 for Thursday, and by the weekend, yes, single digits and showers possible. But you know what? It's a bit of a ways away. I'll keep you posted as we get closer. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors. Crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Tab Gangopade sent this one in, Confederation Park. And I don't know how he went out and found nobody around, because the whole world seemed to be out this weekend.
It's a very inviting place to go for a walk. Thanks for your company tonight. Have a great evening.